down to. If you remember, going into last year, I believe it was. Yeah, Danny Green, Matisse Thybulle, supposed to be very similar players in terms of skill set, in terms of style of play. 3-and-D guys. Danny Green's been a good defender throughout his entire career. Has been an inconsistent three-point shooter, but has had his good years, obviously. Matisse Thybulle was saying how he wanted to be like Danny Green. Danny Green said this in, I think, one of his Green Room podcasts. And he said, Matisse Thybulle came up to him and said, I want to be like you. And Danny Green said, no. You got to be better than me. Well, that has happened. Matisse Thybulle is better than Danny Green. And I always stand by this idea of playing your best in your starting five. Every once in a while, you might have the great mismatch off the bench, and that's fine. You bring somebody off the bench as your sixth man. I mean, we could go back to the days of Aaron McKee to know how important that is for any basketball team. But your best five should play. Your best five should start. Matisse Thybulle is one of the five best players on this team. Plays the same position as Danny Green, can give you better minutes with the same style of play as Danny Green. Definitely got to work on that three-point shooting, but Matisse Thybulle does something great, and he is a great defender. Already a second-team all-defensive player, all-defensive team in the NBA, and when you heard Joel Embiid go off after this game against the Golden State Warriors, well, let's just start the postseason awards already for what this player could do. This is Joel Embiid talking about what Matisse Thybulle brings to the table.
Joel, I'm going to start with you, but tell me, what did you think of Matisse's defensive effort tonight against Steph Curry?
Man, I've been on this since he got here. I think he has a chance to be the defensive player of the year. So, he showed that tonight. I mean, the way he guarded, Steph, I think it was, I haven't seen it in a long time, so there you go. That's the guy.
Matisse, what was your defensive mentality just driving here to the arena, knowing that you were going to be defending Steph Curry all night long?
I mean, it was no secret that he's going for this record right now, and Joe and I talked today during shoot-around, and he said we're not letting it happen in our house, so took it upon myself to make sure it didn't.
Like, how do you not love that guy? Like, I've said it from the beginning, like, Matisse Thybulle, just in his own right, just side note, adorable human being. And he just, listening to Joel Embiid talk about how he's defensive player of the year, he has to be defensive player of the year. I mean, this is the type of game that people talk about throughout the league. Like, if you don't think that other coaches around the NBA were going, did you see Matisse Thybulle on Steph Curry? Did you see that? Did you see that game in Philly? Did you see what Matisse Thybulle was doing? See what they did defensively as a team? And here's where I'll go even beyond Matisse Thybulle. As a team, if Thybulle had a screen on him, if he had to run through a pick, whatever it was, next man up in that moment was running to Steph Curry. And that's how every team has to play, but not every team is actually able to execute it. Not every team was actually able to go out there and actually do it the way that this team was actually able to go out there and do it against the Warriors on over this weekend. To me, it was absolutely a stellar defensive performance. And as far as the three-point game went, Matisse Thybulle was asked about his three-point prowess in this game. 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. All of his 6 points came by way of the three-pointer. Here is Matisse Thybulle when he was asked about this. I believe it was by Lauren Rosen of Sixers.com.
Well, I finally made a couple. But no, this was a big game. Like, there was, sold out, and when you have the energy of Philly behind you, it's contagious. And yeah, when you get the opportunity to make a big play and celebrate with the greater Philly area, it's a pretty good feeling.
That's got to be one of the greatest things ever, is just to be able to perform at the high level that you are and then have an entire Wells Fargo Center go crazy for you. That's got to be fantastic, as one would assume. And with Philly fans getting some of the bad pub that they get every once in a while, it's good to have some good pub like that. So it was great to watch that type of performance. Overall,